Well, hello and welcome all the Web3 enthusiasts. I'm excited to greet you all at this new episode of Synopsis Talk, and I'm also excited to greet our guest and our one of the most positive speakers we ever had, Vugar Usi Zade, CEO of Bitget. Hi, Vugar, how are you today?
It's great. It's great to be back, and I'm very much impressed by all the views and all the comments I got on my Twitter about the previous episode. And I hope people still like me and think I am positive because a lot of people told me that usually, apparently, people who are from the exchanges, we are boring, but they were like, "Oh, you were like smiling all the time." And I think like we are in a great business of doing great things and fun, and everyone in Bitget is fun, I believe. Therefore, yes, let's do it.
Perfect. So, we like asking questions about the secrets to success. So, one of them is just stay positive and smile, guys. A very good advice, I believe, to start with. So, since we're getting closer to the end of the year, although it's still autumn, but it was decided to devote this episode to making a little summary of how the year passed. To make some announcements for the future. So today there will be a lot of word year, last year, this year, upcoming year. So be ready for this, and let's start our interview. So to begin with, Vugar, tell us please how the year actually ends for Bitget. What were the most important events that happened for the exchange in 2024?
I think 2024 was like an exciting year for everyone in our industry because for a long time we were talking about institutions will come, and finally in 2024, institutions actually came. We had ETFs approved both for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We saw a lot of tech advancement on Ethereum's Cancun upgrade. Therefore, I think 2024 was an exciting year for entire industry. As an exchange, I think it was one of the best years for us because in the first half of the year, we already got $700 million invested in Bitget. And for me, it is not just like a number, how much we grew. For me, it is every dollar represents a human being somewhere in the world trusting Bitget brand with their funds, with their investment, with their money. Definitely, we grew faster. In the beginning of the year, we were somewhere around 20, 25 million users. Today, we have 45 million users. We serve almost like a nation, right? I don't know, like most of the countries don't have so many people, and
Yeah.
here we are serving 45 million customers. Therefore, it's an exciting year for us. And as I am a football enthusiast, and I know that there are a lot of football enthusiasts here, our partnership with La Liga with this new season, bringing Spanish football excitement to 2.5 billion people globally. I think that is a highlight of the year for me because it is something aspirational. It is not only about the numbers and growth, which I am driven by, and I talk a lot because I run operations. But for us, the core part is about our growth and our partnerships that we do because we are known for epic partnerships with Messi, Juventus, Olympic teams. And I think today is the one of the days that we truly celebrate the football. But also everyone was like, "Oh, you had Messi, now La Liga. Why it's always about football?" And actually, Bitget is not only about football, even though we love football. And I think football is like a celebration because football and financial industry was like a hand to hand for decades now. But as Bitget, we are also very excited to be the first crypto company ever participate in the professional tennis. And I think we'll be also bringing this sophistication and glamour of tennis and tennis enthusiasts in action with a new partnership that we'll be announcing very, very soon. And keep an eye, especially if you love tennis and our viewers who love tennis and excitement of the courts, then definitely there will be chances to win a lot of tennis related merch and even chances to go and see legendary players like Nadal play.
Wow, sounds amazing. I was actually thinking why not so many Web3 companies have established some relations with tennis players, although it's very high level sport, and a lot of people enjoy it. So looking forward to meeting your new ambassadors. And yeah, you mentioned like crazy numbers, and be it about money, about number of people, but still, could you please specify what achievements of Bitget are you especially proud of for this year?
I think our greatest pride is definitely our growth because we grew as user base and also investment. And the core pillar of our growth was the Bitget wallet, our baby. I believe back 2 years ago when we were investing in Bitkeep and we made 30 million investment in the middle of the bear market, everyone was thinking that, okay, this is a crazy bunch of people going, spreading money right and left. But we truly believe in decentralization. And today, actually, Bitget wallet surpassed MetaMask and got the most downloaded wallet in our industry. And when I look at the charts, it is top 3 or top 4, and both Bitget and Bitget wallet is most downloaded apps in our industry compared to all the players in there. Therefore, definitely our growth and our speedy growth is key factor. And the factor that we challenge traditional financial institutions and industry overall together because at Bitget we move $10 billion in exchange and $8.6 billion in a wallet side every day, which means we are the contributor of this financial freedom. I want to see us as a contributors of the financial freedom for people who are able now access finance and financial instrument investment through Bitget. Therefore, we play this crucial role for the financial freedom for many people across the globe, and that is what I take pride. And when we talk about the user growth, I already mentioned we have 45 million users on Bitget and we have 40 million users in Bitget wallet. Altogether, it's like 85 million people who come to Bitget every day. And a key factor is that we KYC every our user. It means all our users, these 45 million people, is actually a single person. There's no duplicate accounts. All every user in the Bitget is a legit Bitget user. And it's a really big number when you look at it.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like the population of really most of the countries in the world. Wow, and I like the ranking of contributor to the financial freedom. And another thing, yeah, you mentioned that you are proud of Bitget wallet, and it's like your baby, and your baby has an interview scheduled with us also for a week or two, maybe. So we'll also discuss a bit more about it, much more actually about Bitget wallet soon. And for now, so in the beginning, you mentioned that this year was actually good for the entire industry. So, could you tell us how has the market changed over the year, and what about important updates, events have occurred?
In my opinion, the key important event happened is all this new genre of the tap to earn games and mini apps on Telegram and Ton ecosystem. Because after a long time, we are seeing there are newbies in the industry, people who never heard of crypto, who never touched any digital asset, suddenly earned some tokens on these mini games and decided to come and transact. Therefore, seeing new people coming to an industry, I believe is a very good sign. And we always talked about adoption. I think this is the first time after the bear market that we are, as an industry, cracking the code to understand how we can onboard more Web2 users to Web3. Therefore, huge shout out to Tone ecosystem and everyone who is building on Tone and developing on Tone. And also as Bitget, we decided to contribute and we invested $30 million dollars to Tone ecosystem this year. Therefore, you've been all seeing this new cool tokens being listed on Bitget, and opportunities to bring your tokens Bitget was always happening. And I'm really excited to see what the future has to bring to us through the Tone ecosystem. But it's not the only what we care about or invested, because we also invested, for example, to infrastructure projects like in Morph Layer 2 and many other infrastructure projects that we are really excited about to see how technology can challenge and update and develop the industry. But again, for me, the most exciting part was seeing new people joining the Web3 journey.
Cool. So yeah, I also agree that this boom of tap to earn mini apps made actually good things for the mass adoption. Although I know that many people are negative towards this boom of mini apps, saying like these users are useless and something like this. But I have a lot of examples of my friends who at least had this stimulus uh, to have finally at least a hot wallet to use transactions and stuff like this. And I think that it brought a lot of fresh blood into the industry. And it's
It
good that
did.
you
And
mentioned it.
also for me, like the Tom transactions, being able to send money on Telegram is another important aspect. It's not just about the games. And when it comes to mini apps, I recently been to Singapore and I tried a taxi ride. I ordered a taxi on Telegram. Therefore, mini apps is not only about the tap to earn games, but it is actually there are so many solutions that can be developed within the Telegram that you can use that app without leaving an ecosystem, logging in somewhere else. Therefore, I believe Tone has a huge future about what can be done or what can be developed on that ecosystem.
Wow, sounds amazing. I have to say that never knew that there is such an opportunity to order taxi through Telegram, but sounds cool. I need to get more about ecosystem, but now we are discussing mostly, of course, Bitget, and uh, since we know that the number of users is close to the population or even bigger than population of some countries, so uh, tell us please how is Bitget developing in different regions and which of them are currently a priority for business development.
For us, of course, Southeast Asia is a strong market. That's why we born in Southeast Asia. Therefore, even though we've been in Singapore, Malaysia, all this like a Chinese speaking world, let's say, for 6 years now, we've been seeing at least double growth every year. Even in 2024, we grew almost 2.5 times in these markets. And for me, since I took over a year and a half ago, the key three markets were CIS, Turkey, and Latin America. And in all these markets, we see around 5 to 13x growth. Another important growth market for us is Africa. And even in Middle East, we saw 5 times growth. Therefore, there's a growth that is facilitated through the business development and reorganization, but also there's a growth happening by the industry's overall growth in terms of the reason of the growth that is happening, because a lot of my colleagues, especially from different exchanges, ask me like how suddenly Bitget could grow this much, because we became one of the three fastest growing exchanges globally, both in a user numbers and also inbound of the funds. And I tell that for someone like me who runs a huge organization and needs to make a lot of decisions every day, it will be very egoistic if I decided to do all the decisions myself. Instead, I wanted to empower my teams. And today, all our regions have their own independent decision making, because we are driven by the results and growth and numbers rather than who gonna have a decision making power. And this empowerment actually showed us how our local teams has a better understanding of the local markets, the culture, and the different techniques to grow, instead of someone, I don't know, sitting in Dubai or Singapore and telling people in Brazil or Russia what to do. Now our colleagues, Russian colleagues in Russia, Brazilian colleagues in Brazil, decide what will be the best for the exchanges growth in that particular market. And that's why we have been seeing a huge growth, because all this growth is led by the local teams and led by the local Bitget team members who better understand the ecosystem. And with this growth tactic was instrumental for us to onboard new QLs, influencers, institutional clients, and all the, of course, the retail arm of our business. But therefore, I wanted to mention that not only the core of our growth was our new strategy and operational tactic, but we also pledged to invest $10 million. Personally, I'm heading this project called Blockchain for Use. We partner with 60 universities globally, including Moscow State University, Sharjah University, King Fahd, Zurich University of Technology, and many others to bring blockchain education to youth and to young people. And when I talk about blockchain education, it's not about trading. It is more about bringing the next generation of lawyers, HR professionals, marketing people to come and to work in crypto. And I think we've been seeing a huge interest in growing at Bitget as a workplace for people trying to come and work and partner with us.
Wow, thank you. So sounds just amazing. So I actually had one more question about the secrets of and the steps of how you manage to not just to maintain, but to increase all the numbers, be it users, be it volumes. But yeah, through all the questions we had before, I see that this is a complicated approach, and all what you say is just directed for just growing at all of France. And yeah, sounds amazing. And the thing about the regional approach also is very interesting, and I see that it gives us results. So yeah, sounds cool. And then in this case, I'd like to jump to the next question. And so this year, yeah, all what you say sounds for sure amazing. And for someone, it might seem even like, yeah, it's a big company, a well-known exchange, and all what Vugar is saying sounds so easy to do. But maybe you could share what challenges did you face this year, and how you dealt with them.
I always say like people think about exchanges as this like a money-making machine, but it is a pretty hard job because I have to facilitate team of 1,500 professionals in 65 countries. And when someone wakes up in Japan or Korea or that part of the world, it is still another day in Chile, and it is yesterday because the world and time zones are so different, and we are a truly 24/7 company. We always have people awake working somewhere making this exchange run. Therefore, operational challenges are always there, and it is very important. Another challenge that we faced and we could successfully overcome is the cultural and language barrier. We are the one of the few companies where if you are putting a request from Russia, you'll be getting a Russian request, or Turkey, you'll get a reply in Turkish, and this by done native speakers. This will be done by the native speakers, and usually this is not an AI, I don't know, robotic answer. Therefore, prioritizing customer care is really important for us, and this is how we do it. Another key aspect for us that was a kind of a challenge, but we still could overcome, was again understanding the growth journey and how we can remain in terms of the growth, because as I mentioned, the growing and bringing up talent or talent scarcity is one of the key topics. And almost in every given day we have around 100 job opportunities, open positions at Bitget. That's how we grow. And therefore I decided to build an apprenticeship program. Actually, this summer we had our first edition of the CEO apprenticeship program, where we invited different young people to come and become a Bitget builders. They were working remotely for 3 months and doing different projects and tasks on their own. And the successful ones who could accomplish all these tasks were actually invited to Dubai to come work with me physically in the office. And also we did some cool activities and team building together with them, because our idea was to show people how fun and cool it is actually to work in crypto, and you don't have to have technology or you don't have to be a developer to work in crypto. You can be a, I don't know, community manager, a marketing professional, accountant, and there's still a need for professionals like you in this industry. Therefore, for people who are watching this, if you are also keen to work at Bitget, then hit me up across the social media, and I constantly post a lot about job openings and also opportunities where you can come and learn and explore how to work at Bitget.
Well, sounds encouraging. Thanks. Maybe I will also go and check your job opportunities, but don't tell me, Chief. Okay,
Definitely.
okay. So now it's time
Thanks, Max.
for some announcements. Actually, also awaiting some positive things and nothing others. I can wait for you. So, what are the plans and goals do you have for the next year, and what do you plan to focus on mostly?
Next year, our core topic will be again growth and growth and growth, and we'll be focusing again to Latin America, Turkey, and CIS, these three large markets that we are growing, and we are growing really fast. Second important topic for us will be to become more Web3 company because, as I mentioned, we invested in Bitget and made it to Bitget wallet. We have $100 million in Power X fund. We'll be thinking about the more ways how we can become a truly Web3 company and bring our users a lot of investment opportunities and also products that can make their Web3 journey enjoyable and fun and easy. And definitely remaining compliant and working with different legislatures across the globe to make sure that Bitget users get the best service will be my top priority with the new compliance team that we are building and constantly talking to the team members. It is our key priority. And overall, I think as an exchange, our biggest pride is to bring the best projects to our investors, to our users who are always looking for gems to invest and to actually benefit from. Therefore, I am personally excited about how many cool projects we can bring and list on Bitget that our users can definitely benefit from investing in this project in a very early stage once they are listed. Therefore, I think for us, the key topic will be who to list, how to list, when to list that our users can benefit from.
Perfect. Very confident one. Vugar for the president. Okay. So yeah, that's how the time ran pretty fast. Although seems we were discussing just Bitget, but everything was very interesting and pretty insightful. So traditionally, at this point, I ask our guests to give some advice, but it was not a while when you were here at Synopsis. So I'd like to rephrase this question for now. And could you share your secret of being so positive and energetic all the time? So you mentioned that you like work with thousands of people. You are a C-level of one of the biggest Web3 companies. You are, as I know right now, attending major events, have a lot of meetings. So how do you stay so positive and energetic?
I think I love what I do, and I always say I'm never driven by money. And the reason I came to crypto was not to earn money, because I already made some money when I sold my company. The reason I came to crypto was how to not to lose money. Therefore, I have a different incentive and the way I look at life. And my biggest the energy I receive is like a connecting with people and understanding what they do and how I can help them. Whether if they're developing a project, how can I give them a good advice? I was recently working with 15 founders and helping them to reshape their pitching skills that they can pitch their projects better to raise funds, which I enjoyed a lot because I learned a lot about technology, but also these people learned a lot about public speaking from me. Therefore, remaining positive is about the impact, and I believe whatever I do, changing the world, like a maybe I don't know, very little step, but I believe for me it is a huge pride that I'm helping other people and I get helped by other people building these connections. Therefore, I try to remain positive no matter if I didn't sleep entire night. I always have this energy because I believe that we are here to build a better future. We are here to challenge the financial systems, and we are here to build the financial freedom. And for me, you can't be comfortable and build something great. Therefore, whatever we do and whatever all our colleagues do within the industry, that they sacrifice their sleep, they sacrifice sometimes or prioritize their work over the family. It is all the sacrifices we make for the future. It's not about opening a, I don't know, 50x trade and doing some money tonight. It is about long-term impact that we are making, and that impact makes me feel happy about my goals and who I am and what I want to achieve altogether.
Awesome, just awesome. So actually, what I'd like to say is that yeah, you have great marketing at Bitget. You have great connections with famous athletes, great ambassadors. But the best advertisement for Bitget is actually your Vugar positivity and motivation. So yeah, you see how motivated people are happy people, and they're doing their best not just to earn money, but to do some contribution for the world. And yeah, I highly appreciate it, and I enjoy this episode as well as our audience. I'm 100% sure did. So thank you,
You
Vugar,
very
for
much.
joining
Thank
in.
you for having me.
Yeah, looking forward to see you in more episodes, maybe this year, maybe in the early 2025, but in the nearest future anyway. So, and yeah, thanks for everyone for watching till the end. Take care and stay tuned. Bye bye, guys.